Alright folks, welcome back. I'm still going to talk about this antique restoring stuff because I keep picking up pieces from this place for next to nothing, and I thought it would be fun. Restore them, keep them on a shelf just to have them. They're conversation pieces. And I came across this little hand crank grinding wheel. So what was that? And he goes, well, even in a mechanic shop, because they had to have a way to grind stuff a long time ago when they didn't have all of the, the newer high-tech tools that they have now. Oh, okay. So it was apart, it was in pieces. So I brought this thing home and I put it back together. Okay, so it's pretty cool, I think, right? And on this side, there's the hand crank right here. Right. And you put water in the trough here and you turned it by hand. And I suppose they had a way of, of being able to sharpen their tools just from this thing spinning. I mean, so, I don't know. Like I said, it was in the automotive part of this. This is HB&M Company. So I don't know who that is. It's got the same thing on the other side, of course, so I don't know who that company is, but it was a fun little project. I didn't have to do a whole lot to it. I cleaned it up. It wasn't in bad shape. The base of this is real dirty from it sitting there, but I'll clean that off, and I'm not going to try to restore the base or anything else. I'm leaving it, as original as I can. All of the parts were here. I picked it up inexpensively, and again, it's just another conversation piece, but it's interesting to think automotive or whatever they were doing back then, that these are the kind of tools that they used, and when they didn't have, the Makitas and the DeWalts and all that stuff. So there's nothing stamped on the bottom of the wood or anything. It's all marked up, but it's still got part of the original finish on there. Same thing, I'm not going to do anything about the base. I'm leaving it all intact. Cool project. I'm glad that I got this. I'm glad that, to him, a lot of this stuff was in a box, and as far as he was concerned, it's junk and it needed to go. So it's always interesting. You can pick up stuff really cheaply sometimes. I think I paid $10 for this or something thereabouts. I bought a lot of different stuff at a time, and I kind of added it up in my head, made him a blanket offer. He took it. So I brought it home. Now, I brought it home. Another interesting thing I wanted you to see. This is an old-time bottle opener. I'm going to get it up real close here. Okay. And in the middle, it has a corkscrew. It comes out right there, like this on the side. I'll see. There we go. I thought it was pretty slick, and it was in there. And another conversation piece, I guess, more or less, but I don't know. The stuff to me is fun. It's fun to get it and get them cleaned up and get them back out there for people to look at rather than throw them in a box and consider them just junk or trash. Or maybe the guy just doesn't want to mess with this stuff anymore. I don't know what his motivation was to dump it all so cheaply, but I was more than happy to give him the money and pick it all up. Pretty cool, right? I think. Old-time bottle opener, corkscrew opener, whatever. Okay, folks, I'm the home handyman. It's just a quick restoration thing I wanted to show you. Didn't have to do a lot to either one of these, but I just wanted to share them with everybody. I think they're pretty cool. The grinder, I didn't have to do a lot. I had to put a pin back in it, but he had some old pins there. I'll show you real quick before we conclude. And the handle was cracked and missing, so I did repair the handle on this. And I did not refinish the handle at all. It's the original, the way it was. I just repaired the crack in it and kind of, with a clamp, clamped it back together on here and glued it. So, it looks perfectly fine. There's the pin I was talking about right there. He had some old rustic little, like cotter pin kind of nails laying there, so he let me have one, and I managed to make a little light grind, very light, with a file actually, and get it to fit in there. So I got the handle put back on it, and like I said, all the other pieces were there, so I just put it all back together, and there we go. Okay, I'm the Home Handyman. Click subscribe, drop me a comment. I hope you keep following me. Let me know if you like these little quick projects and the restorations. I kind of all over the place. Sometimes we do how-to, sometimes I do product reviews, sometimes I do this restoration stuff when I run across it. And it makes, fun videos so other people can see what they used a long time ago in these shops before they had a lot of the fancy tools that they have nowadays. You folks have a great weekend. I will see you again on the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.